In August of 2018, I reported a geo targeting issue to Google Ads that has literally cost my company thousands of dollars in junk clicks. It's now 5 months later, and I'm more than a little frustrated with how this has been handled. I've contacted support many times and spoken to a lot of reps that just don't seem to understand the problem. Heck, some of them don't even understand basic Adwords functions. So, I'm making this video as a visual aid to help explain the problem to the next rep and anyone else who will listen or can help. This geo-targeting issue happens so frequently that I didn't have to look hard to find an example to use for this video. The following example happened yesterday. Now, before I continue, it's important to note, this Google Ads account is for a service business in Allentown, Pennsylvania, USA. The business advertises to a 28-mile radius around itself. Here we have somebody who searched for Blairstown plumbing jobs. Blairstown is a small town in New Jersey, and despite Blairstown being outside of all of our campaign target areas, Google served this user an ad, and they clicked on it. And they clicked on it despite the ad title explicitly saying Allentown, Pennsylvania in it. And that click cost us $72.03 in a town with a population of around 6,000 people. That alone smells fishy. But back to the geo-targeting issue. If you look at the location settings for this campaign, it is set to exclude people in or who show interest in your excluded locations. They shouldn't have been served an ad. Now, I should mention that I've confirmed and reconfirmed with about every single Google support rep I've spoken to that any area that is not included in your target area is excluded, whether you explicitly exclude it or not. Also, the Google Ads documentation states, there's no need to exclude areas that you haven't already targeted. We won't show your ads in places unless you explicitly target them. Clearly, because otherwise you would have to explicitly exclude every continent, then every country in North America, then every state, and then every city that isn't in your target area. It would be very time consuming. So again, when the user was searching for Blairstown, they were in fact showing interest in my excluded area. The next question is, was the user's physical location inside my target area when they did the search? Is that what triggered the ad? Well, looking at the user location report, we see the answer is no. In fact, the user was even further outside the target area, all the way out in Edison, New Jersey. For now, I'm only concentrating on this particular click, but if you look through the list, you can see several other places outside of the target area, the most obvious one being New York, USA. So to recap, Google is showing ads to users that I am not targeting. Then these users are clicking these ads even though the ad copy has little to do with what they're searching for. And in this case, that single click cost 150% of my entire daily budget for that campaign. And again, this is just one example. Things like this happened almost every single day for the life of this AdWords account, and Google has done nothing to fix the problem or refund the money for these clicks. Actually, that's not entirely true. We are owed about $10,000 in refunds at this point, and a rep once offered me an insulting $100 credit once. Just on that day that he offered that credit, we had over $90 in these types of junk clicks. So needless to say, we didn't accept that offer. Now, if you're thinking this example is an honest mistake that may have happened because Blairstown is somewhat close to the edge of my target radius, think again. Some other examples include New York, Virginia, Florida, Wisconsin, California, and many more. This is just what I had conveniently laying around at the time I made this video. There are hundreds of these, and this ads account is less than a year old. So there you have it. We're paying for junk clicks, and Google Ads support has offered no remedy or refund. I'm in what feels like a never-ending loop of re-explaining the problem to some rep at support who tells me they're going to talk to their team and call me back. But that call never comes, and I have to call back and re-explain it all over again and wait for yet another call that never comes. Reps have also gone as far as trying to convince me that all of these clicks have already been refunded, which they weren't. I used to try and check for these junk clicks daily, but I don't anymore because there seems to be nobody to report them to. At this point, I've been lied to and ignored for over 5 months, and nobody at Google seems to have noticed or care. How is this a thing? Fix this.